everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Madison. I am now going into my second year teaching in second grade, and thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So in today's video, I thought I would kind of mix a couple video ideas. One, you guys have been asking for my current everyday makeup routine, which is so funny to me because my makeup routine is just so simple, which is why I thought I would also add in a little Q&A during it, just because you guys had a lot of questions. Yesterday on my Instagram, I submitted a little question box. Follow me over on my Instagram if you don't already, because I always put question boxes on there and answer your guys' questions. I do Sunday Q&As every week. But yesterday I submitted a question box asking if you guys had any end of the year questions, and I was flooded with questions asking me if I'm going to be teaching the same grade next year, if I'm going to be at the same school, in the same classroom, how this year went, and stuff like that. I do have a video all about my first year of teaching, all that I learned and how it went, so I will go ahead and link that right here for you guys if you would like to watch it. It explains everything in a lot of detail, but in this video I thought I would just answer any remaining questions that you guys had, along with me going through my entire makeup routine. So I just want to make this a chill video. I'm just sitting on the floor in front of my window. I love doing my makeup just sitting on the floor, usually with a mirror in front of me. Today I'm going to try to do it just with my viewfinder, but we'll see. So before I get into this video, I did want to mention a product that I've really been loving. Whenever I do my makeup, I always have to listen to music. Let me know if you guys are the same way. I feel like I can't just sit there in silence and do it. I have to listen to music no matter what. So since I like to listen to music, I like to have a good speaker. Sometimes I do just put it on my phone, but lately I have been really into listening to music just really loud on a speaker. I especially like to listen to music when I'm showering and just getting ready for a day or night. And so I wanted to talk about my favorite speaker. This is the Link speaker, and I use this every day. It has the best sound, guys. I am really picky. I want it to get loud. I want it to be very clear and very loud when I'm listening to music. Sorry to my neighbors, but I love this speaker so much. So it is Bluetooth and it connects to your phone, and it has a rechargeable battery. You can just plug it into the wall just like you would your iPhone. It has touch buttons on the front, so it's super easy to use. All you have to do is tap the power on button, and if you need to connect it to your phone, you just hold down the Bluetooth for 2 seconds. It connects immediately to your phone. I had no problems at all with it, and the sound of this is so amazing. And they reached out and they wanted to offer a 10% discount code to my subscribers, so I will leave the link to this speakerphone. I feel like it's just a game changer for when you're getting ready, doing your makeup, or in the shower. Having it in your bathroom is so nice. The acoustics in the bathroom, you guys know, are better. And so I will leave the link to this down below, and along with the discount code to get you guys 10% off. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the makeup, and I will start answering your guys' questions. I have to put my hair back. I feel like I cannot do my makeup with my hair down. Sometimes I watch tutorials where their hair is in their face the entire time, and it bothers me so much. So gotta put my hair back, and I have my products all sitting right here. I'll do my best to explain what products I use specifically, so let's go ahead and get into it. So I am really overdue for some new makeup, honestly. I think I've been using this foundation since last summer, but I do really like it. The only thing I don't like about this is the CoverGirl Clean Liquid Foundation. A lot of my makeup I get from the drugstore. I'm not really one. In high school, I feel like I was more one to spend a ton of money on makeup, but I just, don't do that anymore. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Foundation. The only thing I don't like about this, funny enough, is the smell. I feel like the smell of this foundation, it smells like a grandma. I don't know how to explain it. If you guys have used it before, you would know. But it's just a liquid foundation, so I just kind of dab it all over my face. I am a little bit tanner right now, so I have a little bit darker of a color, but I just use my beauty blender, and I just go in and blend it on. Okay, yeah, that was a fail. I was trying to do it in my viewfinder, but I can't see anything. So if you guys see me looking over here at a mirror, I gotta use a mirror for this, guys. Okay, I have the foundation on, so I thought I would just start answering some questions. The first question, I have my phone over here, that's what I'm looking at. The first question I got is, after experiencing your first full year, do you see yourself teaching forever? And I have talked about this a lot, and no, I do not see myself teaching forever. Personally, only see myself teaching for, I don't know, a few more years before I have kids, and then I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I definitely want to stay home with them. And then after that, I have thought about going back into teaching. If I miss it, we will just see. But honestly, right now, I'm just going with the flow. I love teaching while I'm young and have energy because it is a lot of work, and right now I'm teaching, and I probably will for at least the next 5 or more years. I have a lot of respect for teachers that have been teaching for 15 plus years because it is a very, very exhausting job, mentally and physically. How do you feel about your kids moving to another class? I'm very sad. I honestly, if I could loop with them, I would. But at the same time, I really do love getting new classes and just like being able to meet new kids and form new relationships. So I'm excited for them to move on to 3rd grade and make new friends, have new kids in the classroom, and have a new teacher. So it'll be sad not to have them next year, but hopefully I'll still see some of them in the hallways. Do administrators request summer school? They strongly encourage it and send out a lot of emails, but they don't make us do summer school or anything like that, and I am not doing summer school this year. By the way, I'm already doing an awful job at explaining my makeup. I used the Radiant Creamy Concealer, the NARS concealer. Also, I realized there's a lawnmower in the back, but guys, we're just rolling with this. So I just put the concealer just like tiny bit under my eyes. I don't like load it up under my eyes or anything like that. I put a little bit just like my chin, forehead, where I need like a little bit of extra coverage. What do you do when you have to go to the bathroom or something? LOL, can you leave? This is funny. Yeah, as a teacher, it is really tough having to go to the bathroom because you really cannot just like get up and leave whenever you want. But get yourself a really good teacher across the hall that can come watch your class if you do need to use the restroom. My teammate this year and I, we were always there for each other. If we ever needed to use the restroom, we would just like watch each other's class real quick, or just like have them peek in on the classroom while you're gone. But yeah, it is kind of a pain to have to get someone to watch your class. You can't just leave whenever. Now I'm going in with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. I go back and forth on face powders. I can't decide if I really love this one or not. It's pretty expensive, but I pretty much just put it on my areas where I get the most like dewy, and of course I set my under eye concealer, and then I just put like the excess around my face just to set the foundation. Please tell us if you got the contact paper off. Guys, if you saw my YouTube video, you would have seen that I used contact paper as like a bulletin board in a few different spaces in my room, not knowing at all that it does not come off. So I did end up getting the contact paper off the wall, the cement wall out in the hallway and in my classroom, but no, I did not get the contact paper off that is on the cabinet in my classroom. I've tried Goo Gone, I've tried scraping it, tried soap and water. Seriously guys, I've tried everything. I've had people come in, I've had all my kids try working on it, no one can get it off. They pretty much all just say you're screwed, it's not gonna come off, and I need to just like cover it with something. So I don't know if I'm gonna get like fined or something, but guys, do not use contact paper anywhere in your classroom. It does not come off. I just go in with a fluffy powder brush and wipe off all the excess translucent powder that I had on my face. Next, I'm going in with bronzer. This is very important for me. I look so dead without bronzer, so I love, this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, little focus, and this is just a bronzer brush from MAC. Are you planning on teaching 2nd grade next year or a different grade? So this is a really big question. A lot of people have been wondering, and yes, as far as I know, I will still be teaching 2nd grade next year, which is honestly really exciting for me because I so far have only taught 2nd grade during a pandemic. So I really want to teach 2nd grade and as like a fresh start from the beginning of the year, fully in person, 5 days a week. And I already have a really good grip on the curriculum since I did teach it for a full year, but now I feel like I can really dive into it since we will be in person for the full year. So I kind of follow that like classic 3 shape that I do. I put it like all over my forehead. I kind of suck in my cheek, put it there. As you can see, it like really lifts my face a lot. and then do the same on the other side. And I like saw a video once and they said to like go up with your bronzer instead of like this. So I flick it up like right underneath my cheekbone. Do you work in a public, private, or charter school? So I work in a public school. I live in Columbia and I work in one of the bigger public schools in the area, and I really love it. And yes, I will be staying at my current school next year. I also like to put some bronzer on my nose. I found this like really evens out my face. I don't like contour it, I literally just like put it all over. Okay, so sorry if those lawnmowers were really annoying this entire video. I have no idea how loud those were and they just stopped. Hopefully. Of course, the one time I filmed a video and from my window there's lawnmowers outside. But next question says, what are some things you plan to change for next school year? So there will probably be quite a few things that I end up changing. I think that's what's great about being a teacher is you can always change things and you learn so much every single year. I know that was only my first year of teaching, but I really did learn so much that I'm going to take into next year. Maybe I'll film like a whole video over things that I learned that I'm going to change next year if you guys would like to see something like that. I think there's just a few like things I want to change with my classroom management. I learned that starting off the year just like almost like stricter than you normally would be can be really beneficial to how the rest of your year goes. And I don't agree with that rule, like don't smile until like 2 months in or something like that, but I do think that kids really need to know that you're serious about your classroom expectations the first day and first month of school more than anything. So that is something my teammate and I have talked about, that we're like, yeah, we want to go hard on that next year, just because you learn that the kids really will take advantage of that as the year goes on. And there are just some like organizing things in the classroom, just ways that I stored data and stored papers and stuff like that that I wasn't really fond of that I used this year. And I think during my classroom setup videos that I will be filming in a few months, I will kind of go into detail on all that. But yes, I think it's completely normal to want to like switch up things every year, and I think that's really good to learn from mistakes or just learn from things that you didn't necessarily like that you did the year before and change them. By the way, I just went in with some blush. As you see, I love having like really rosy cheeks, especially in the summertime. I also put a little bit of blush on my nose. I think it just gives like that really cute sun-kissed look. And I use the Physicians Formula Butter Blush. I love Physicians Formula products. And then I'm just using this brush blush from Morphe. Advice for a new teacher not hired yet this summer before they start. I know that can be really tough, but don't give up. I know plenty of people that were hired in June and July. Trust me, schools have turnovers all the time in summertime, and they have people leaving that they didn't know were gonna leave, and they are still hiring. My school, it is what, the first week of June right now, and my school is just now starting to have interviews. So don't give up. What gets to stay in your classroom over the summer and what has to go home? Guys, I've had anxiety over this since I started teaching, because I feel like it's so sad that a lot of teachers have to pack up their entire classroom every single year and either keep it at their house or in a storage unit. And I am so lucky that the school I'm at right now lets us keep almost everything in our classroom, and we don't even have to take stuff off the walls. So if you are interested in seeing kind of like how I packed up my classroom, I did just film a whole vlog on the last week of school, and I showed what my classroom looked like at the end of the year. So I will also link that for you guys right here to watch, and I kind of just like go into detail of how I packed up. I had my kids help me a lot. I did have to box up a lot of things like my books and my library and stuff like that, but I was able to keep all the boxes in my room. I didn't have to take anything home, which is really nice. For the sake of this video, I'm going in with some highlighter. I don't do this every day, but if I'm feeling fancy, I will. I'm just using the Becca Cosmetics highlighter. This is in the shade Champagne Pop. It was the Jaclyn Hill collection a few years ago. I just put it on the tops of my cheekbones and I kind of mix it into my cheeks. It gives you such a pretty look, especially for summertime. I put it on my eyebrows, a little bit on my lip, and I like to dip my finger in it and put a little bit in the corner of my eye. I think that's really pretty. I also like to go in every now and then with the Physicians Formula bronzer, and I just take an eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe M433 brush, and I just dip it in the bronzer, and I just go in and put a little bit of bronzer in my crease, and it makes it look like you actually tried with your eyeshadow although you're literally just putting bronzer. It's so simple, but it's a way to just really kind of like even out your face, I feel like, so your eyelids aren't so bare. I also like to put a little bit underneath my lash line. What changes are you going to make in your room next year? So I'm honestly not sure about this. You guys will just have to stay tuned for my classroom setup. I feel like right now I'm just so tired. I don't even care. I'm like, I'm probably just gonna keep my entire room the same. But I know like coming up next year in a couple months, I might have a little bit more motivation to decorate and redo some things in my room. So stay tuned for my classroom setup videos to see what I end up doing. What did you do on the last day of school? So this past Wednesday, we had our last full day of school. Oh my gosh, they're weed eating now. Okay, hopefully it's not too loud. I'm so sorry about that. That's so annoying. But our last day, we did a lot of really fun end of the year activities, which I showed in that vlog as well. So definitely go check out that video that I linked, and I'll have them linked down below as well to see all the different activities we did. We also just kind of like hung out. We literally watched a movie on the last day. We all just enjoyed each other's company. We had a lot of hugs. There were some tears, and yeah, it was a really special last day. Next, I don't fill in my eyebrows because they're kind of dark already, and I don't like them to be too dark. It makes my face look kind of masculine. So either if I'm lazy, I'll just take a brush and just brush them up, or I've really been liking like the laminated brow look, and so I did get the NYX brow glue, and so I've been taking this. It's just as like a little bit of glue on a spoolie, and I just brush my eyebrow hairs up, and it kind of just gives you like that natural laminated brow look. How many second graders will you have next year? This year I started off the year with like 13, and it built as the year went on, and so I ended up with 19 at the end of the year. So I'm assuming next year I'll have around 20. Will you do another classroom setup series this summer? Yes, I will. When will you start preparing for next school year? So I am definitely going to start preparing for next school year in July, early August. Last year I spent all summer preparing, but it was my first year. I was very eager, very excited, so I got in the classroom as early as I could to start setting up. This year I'm probably going to wait till the end of July, early August. A lot of you guys are asking, how are you feeling? How do you feel? So many nice people on here. I feel really good. It was definitely sad. It's bittersweet because I am just so excited to have a break and like go on summer break. But yeah, like saying goodbye to them and knowing there's a lot of them I'll never see again. And there were even a few students who didn't show up on the last day, which to me is just so sad. I didn't even get to say goodbye. It is sad, but I just try not to dwell on it because I mean, this is just going to be an every year thing for me. I'm going to have to say goodbye to a good group of kiddos, so I was just trying to focus on the positives and just be grateful that I got to love on them for an entire year. Will you still be posting on YouTube even when it is summer? Yes, of course I will. I did start this channel mainly just talking all about teaching and my classroom setup series, but yes, this channel will definitely be more than just me and my classroom. I plan to show a lot of other things like this: makeup, skincare, fashion in and out of the classroom, lifestyle, fitness, all of that stuff, because that's just what I love, and I'm definitely going to show that aside from teaching. Next, I'm just going in with some mascara. This is the Roller Lash Mascara by Benefit. I typically only put mascara on my top lashes. I used to put mascara all on my lower lashes, but I got really tired of it smudging, so now I just put it on my top. The last question I will answer, and this is one that I got a lot, is asking about if I had a classroom budget and how much money should you spend as a first year teacher. And I get these DMs almost more than any other DMs asking me how you should know like how much to spend on your first classroom. And the first thing I want to say is don't compare yourself to what other teachers are doing and what you see teacher tubers posting. And I know that last year when I did my classroom setup, it was very apparent that I spent a lot of money on my classroom and I bought everything myself. The school did not give me a budget. They really did not pay for anything in my classroom. And so all I have to say is that I wish I didn't spend so much money. I don't really have regrets. I mean, I love my classroom. I literally was able to make my dream classroom. I did save up a lot of money, and I also highly recommend that you send out your Amazon wish list to family, friends, strangers. Just send it out, put it on your Facebook, because people will donate to teachers' classrooms. I had more people than I ever expected donating to my classrooms, and whenever I had my graduation party, I sent out my Amazon wish list kind of as like the registry for gifts for my graduation, and so I had so much donated. I would have spent triple the amount if I didn't have all those things donated. So don't spend all your money, guys. Collect as you go throughout the year, because there were quite a few things that I bought that throughout the year I'm like, I didn't really need to buy that. And don't just do things because other teacher tubers are using them, unless you really think that you could use them in your classroom and benefit from them. But just collect as you go your first year. I think that's what I wish I would have done, just like collect things that I knew I needed as the year went on. And yeah, ask people to donate, get help from family, get help from friends. I went on Facebook Marketplace for almost all of my furniture in my classroom, and I would just say like, hi, I'm a teacher, would you be open to donating this? And 9 out of 10 times people would say yes, of course, and they would donate it. So yeah, take advantage of that and see if people will donate to your classroom. Don't spend all your money. I had someone ask, is spending $5,000 on my classroom an okay amount? And I think that is far too much for what teachers get paid. We should not be spending that amount of money on our classroom. Ask your admin for support. If you have a school that does have a classroom budget, definitely have them pay for the bigger items. And guys, just save your money, okay? It's not that big of a deal if your classroom doesn't look Pinterest perfect your first year, because there are plenty of teachers that had to wait until their 4th or 5th year as they collected items to have their dream classroom. Right, I'm so sorry if I didn't get to answer all of your guys' questions. There were so many, and I tried to answer the ones that were asked most commonly, but I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just kind of my simple everyday makeup look, but honestly, even if I go out at night, this is pretty much what I do. I might just like add a lip or add some like darker eyeshadow, but this is pretty much the base that I always have. This is what I wear to school as well. I just might not do like the highlighter when I go to school. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. I hope I answered all of your questions about this and next school year. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.